I have decided to ditch film photography in favour of digital, and in this video I will explain why. Today I am using the Canon EOS 500N with a 28-105 lens with a roll of Kodak ColorPlus 200, while my wife is using the Panasonic G8 V with a 14-140mm lens. You will see quite a few similar photos taken, one with film and the other in digital, and without doubt the digital are of much better quality. They are much cleaner, crisper, and have a much better dynamic range. But this is not the reason I am ditching film. I actually started photography before digital was around. My first 35mm camera was a Minolta XG1, followed by the X700 and then the Dynex 7XI. I also had my own darkroom where I could develop and print my own photos. Fast forward a few years, after selling all my film equipment and taking a break from photography, I eventually decided to get back into the hobby and purchased the Canon 600D, then the 7D, and followed by the Canon 5D Mark III, and also the Canon M50. After that I moved over to Fujifilm cameras, starting with the XE1, then the XE2, XT20, and finally the XH1. I now use Panasonic cameras. My wife has a Panasonic Lumix G8 V with a 14-140mm lens as used in this video, and I have the Panasonic Lumix G9 with various lenses. Digital cameras are fast and give instantaneous results, as opposed to film where it might take a few days to develop and scan your film, but this is not the reason I am ditching film. The part of photography I dislike, both digital and film, is post-processing. While I know many people enjoy post-processing, I do not. This was one of the main reasons I moved over from Canon to Fujifilm. The film simulations on Fuji cameras are fantastic, and I found that the images required a minimum amount of post-processing. I much prefer to be outdoors using my camera than sitting in front of a computer editing my photos for hours on end. I own and run a computer business and spend enough time in front of computers so taking my camera out for a few hours gives me a break away from computers, and I certainly don't want to come back with dozens of images that need to be processed in front of a computer. And this is where film is a major issue for me. I tried 4 different photo labs to scan and develop my negatives, and each one was a disappointment. So I ended up developing and scanning my own negatives. The time it takes to scan and edit each photo, colour correction, dust removal, etc. is just way too much, which meant spending more time in front of the computer screen than actually out taking photos. Add to that the hours it takes to edit these YouTube videos. If you love spending time editing photos on a computer, then film is great, but for me I would rather spend the time outdoors taking photos instead. The thing that I really love with digital cameras is taking 4K video along with my photos, and this you cannot do with a film camera. So goodbye film photography.